This pink little guy might suck, but his games sure don't. See what we did there? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Kirby games. For this list, we'll be looking at main series games as well as spin-offs. The only disqualified title is Kirby's Dream Collection, since some of the games on that compilation already are on this list. Number 10, Kirby Canvas Curse. When the Nintendo DS launched, the system really needed a title that capitalized on the touchscreen technology. Kirby was up to the challenge and started a game that not only offered touch control, but straight up required it. In Kirby Canvas Curse, the player must draw lines for Kirby to travel along, since he's been crushed by a witch and transformed into a ball with no limbs. Kirby isn't defenseless though, as he still has his copy ability to deal out damage and clear a path to the goal. The 2015 title, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, follows up on this formula in crisp HD, with a cute claymation art style to boot. Number 9, Kirby Mass Attack. Our pink hero's final outing on the DS multiplied the fun by increasing the amount of Kirby. The player uses a cursor to guide along up to 10 Kirbys on the screen and forge a path to the exit on each level. The Kirbys act almost like Pikmin, as they will jump on any enemy you tap and beat them to a pulp. Kirbys also interact with environments by, say, pulling on roots or toppling trees. The added challenge comes from collecting medals and other secrets, which give you many reasons to revisit the levels. Hey, those are a lot of hungry mouths to feed. Number 8, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Say you combined The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords with Metroid and then sprayed the resulting product with color and cuteness, you'd probably get the next game on our list. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror was the first game in the series to introduce non-linear levels that branch out, allowing for freedom and exploration. The player controls one of 4 Kirbys, who must save Meta Knight and unravel the mystery of the mirror world. The game also supports multi-pack cooperative play, so friends can link up and work through the adventure together. Number 7, Kirby Triple Deluxe. While Kirby constantly experiments with different formulas, every once in a while he returns to his roots for some classic platforming bliss. That's not to say Triple Deluxe doesn't add new elements. Kirby can now interact with his environment in the foreground and background, and use the new Hypernova ability for some intense inhalation. Add in collectibles, surprisingly deep minigames, and a myriad of power-ups all packed into one tiny cartridge, and you got a game that'll last many road trips to come. Number 6, Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. Kirby's N64 entry went with a 2.5D platformer, if that makes any sense, which harkens back to his 8-bit and 16-bit roots. The main focus of Kirby 64 is the ability to combine power-ups to create new and stronger ones. For example, the fire power combined with the spike power makes Kirby shoot flaming arrows, while 2 cutter power-ups make Kirby fling a huge spiked boomerang. Certain areas in the level can only be accessed with specific abilities, and if you want to 100% clear the game, you'll have to explore every nook and cranny. Number 5, Kirby Planet Robobot. How do you make this cute but overpowered monster even more dangerous? Give him an armored mech suit, of course. Kirby's newest ride comes courtesy of his newest foes, the Haltman Works Company, who have invaded Planet Popstar with the intent to mechanize the planet and its inhabitants in order to expand their empire, of course. Following up from Kirby Triple Deluxe, this game brings over most of his trademark abilities, and his ability to copy enemy powers now also extends to his robot suit. You've also got new features like the Jet power-up, which turns the game into a 2D shoot-'em-up, and amiibo support that unlocks new hidden abilities, including Kirby's moveset from Super Smash Bros. Awesome! Number 4. Kirby's Dream Land 3. The third entry in the Kirby's Dream Land series takes the core ideas from the first 2 games and goes further than those titles ever could. The game adds more of the animal friends that were introduced in Dream Land 2 to vary up the gameplay and change Kirby's power-ups depending on who he's teamed up with. Because it was released so late in the Super Nintendo's life cycle, Dream Land 3 sports extremely polished graphics and crisp audio that all come together for a seriously fleshed out and impressive package. Number 3. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. This next game was actually in development for 11 years, going through many changes in the process before finally hitting store shelves, and luckily, the finished product doesn't disappoint. Kirby's Return to Dreamland allows up to 4 players to work together through the game as Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, and Waddle Dee, scouring Dreamland for items called energy spheres and toppling any foes that get in their way. Much like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, the co-op play allows others to join in and drop out of the game seamlessly, and the different characters' playstyles add nice variety to the mix. Number 2. Kirby's Epic Yarn. Kirby sure has a knack for getting cursed by magical malevolent forces, because at the start of Kirby's Epic Yarn, he's turned into, you guessed it, Yarn. He loses his ability to inhale foes, but now he can transform on the fly into a parachute, car, submarine, tank, and even a snowboarding penguin. Kirby can also unravel foes and blocks in his environment to clear the way or reveal some extra goodies. The peaceful music and charming art style come together to create a soothing experience that features couch co-op to boot. We'll bet you never had this much fun with Yarn. Sorry, Nana. Before we float our way over to our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Kirby Superstar. What's better than 1 game? 8 games. Kirby Superstar on the Super Nintendo is very upfront about its value. A majority of the games consist of platforming-based levels with varying objectives, like finding treasure or fighting bosses. The game adds new powers as well, such as the ability to recruit an absorbed enemy as your partner throughout the levels. In 2008, Nintendo released a remake on the DS as Kirby Superstar Ultra, with improved visuals and full motion video cutscenes, as well as more bosses, new minigames, and added collectibles. This star certainly shines the brightest. Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite Kirby game? For more informative top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.